Hello, everybody, and welcome. So we're doing right now problem 8-11, dollar value LIFO. So Richardson Company cans a variety of vegetable type soups. Recently, the company decided to value its inventory using dollar value LIFO. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the computations and pretty much go through and do what we've been doing for the other previous questions. So we'll go ahead and start. Go ahead and start here at 12/31/16. So this is going to be our base year. So the value here is 80,000. The price index is 1. And that inventory at base year prices is going to be 80,000. As we've seen from before, this is going to be our base layer. Our index is going to be at 1. So our ending inventory under dollar value LIFO is going to be the 80,000. And we're going to have no reserve. So this is, and I'm going through this a little bit more quickly than in the prior question. So what I would want you to do first is go through and take a look at exercise 822 and 823 for those problem walkthroughs before looking at this. But essentially what we're doing is we're looking at each of these. These are current year prices. We have to, because there's been inflation, we need to bring this back to today's dollars. And then to really kind of counteract those effects of LIFO by creating a reserve against it. Okay, so 12/31/17. The inventory at end of year prices is 111,300, and this is at 105. So when I divide, so to get this into this prices into base year, I'm dividing this, so 106,000. So I've added to my layer, or the difference between 106 and 80, which is going to be 26,000. So this 80 is going to be at my index of 1. This 26,000 is going to be at 105. So my inventory under dollar value LIFO is going to be the sum of these two values here, or 107,300. My LIFO reserve is the difference between my inventory at the end of year prices less the amount under LIFO. So for 2016, the inventory would just be shown over here at 80,000. There's no reserve. For 2017, wow, these numbers are magically populating. So yeah, good job. Okay. It's like Chegg, except my answers are actually going well. Okay, so right over here, so my balance sheet is this amount here of inventory less my reserve of 4,000. So when it comes though to doing the adjustment, since this had a 0 balance on 1/1/17, and this is to do the journal entry, balance of 0, ending balance of 12/31/17, and this was going to be 4,000. So the adjustment I need to cost of goods sold is going to be $4,000. Okay. So let's now go to 12/31/18. So I have 12/31/18, I got 108,000 at 1.2. So I definitely am eating into some of my layers here. So I didn't add a layer. Rather, what I'm doing is I'm removing part of one. And since I'm doing LIFO, I'm going to get rid of this part first. So I'm going to keep my base layer here, and then I'm going to go 10,000. I don't use the current layer of 1.2 because I'm not adding, I'm reducing. So I'm taking it from here. So I'm going to use this 1.05. So my inventory at dollar value LIFO is going to be 90,500. So the difference here is going to be 17,500. Okay. This looks really familiar. Is this the same question? No, okay, shocking. Okay, so right over here for 2018, my inventory at end of year, my reserve is going to be 17.5, ending balance is 90,500, which is right over here. So, but when it comes though to the reserve, my beginning balance as of 1/1/18 was 4,000. My ending balance here was 17.5. So my adjustment is going to be 13.5. Okay, so let's go to the next year. So for 12/31/19, it's 128.7 at 1.3. Just make sure I got that right. 128.7 at 1.3. So making this in base year prices, I've got 99. So I'm adding on 9,000 to what's here already. So I'm still going to have this 80,000 at 1. I'm going to have the 10,000 at 1.05. And I'm going to have 9,000 at the current year index at 1.3. So when I multiply these through and I add these up, 1022, my LIFO reserve is now going to be 128.7 less than 1022, or 26,500. Okay. So here we go. We got 128.7. The amount of my reserve is going to be 26.5. So my inventory using dollar value LIFO is 1022. So my beginning balance as of 1/1/19 was 17,500. The ending amount of my reserve was 26,500. So the adjustment that I need to make for the current year is going to be 9,000. Okay. All right, so for 2020, my ending inventory at end of year prices was 147, and this is at 1.4. So to make this into base year prices, I'm going to divide that in. I get 105. So I'm adding, when I compare this to here, I'm adding another 6,000. And if I add up these four amounts, I should get 105. So I'm going to use the base indexes, and I'm adding on this at 1.4. And when I add up these four values here, I get 110.6. So my LIFO reserve is going to be 36,400. So my inventory under dollar value LIFO is 147. My reserve is 36.4. So my ending amount here is going to be this 110,600. Okay, so now what I'm going to go through and do is do my adjustment. So the balance at 1/1/20 was 26.5. The balance at 12/31/20 was 36,400. My difference here is going to be 9,900. So this is going to be my adjustment for 2020. Okay. Ready to do 2021. Even more exciting. So we now have 174 at 145. So we're adding on another 15,000. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try to copy these down. So this is 120,000. So this was 105, so I'm adding on 15 at 145. So my total ending inventory under dollar value LIFO is going to be, whoa, oh, that didn't add up right. Hold on, 80, 10, 9, 6. Oh, I guess I'm glad that I went through and did that. Okay. So then 10, 5, 11, 7, 8,400. Okay, so that looks right. So now my reserve needs to be 41,650. So inventory here is 174, 41,650, 132,350. So when I take this over here, so my 1/1/21 balance was 36.4. My ending balance as of 12/31/21 is going to be 41,650. So the adjustment that I need is going to be 5,250. So that is yet another dollar value LIFO. If you're interested in reading up this other part of it about the explanations and the like, I'm not going to ask you for that on an exam. Rather, what you can go through and do is you can kind of take a peek through the video solutions. So in any event, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. We can never get enough of dollar value LIFO. It's always exciting. All right, everybody, we'll talk soon. Good night.